So welcome to Down at the Barns. Today we're going to talk about our 911. So we've been working with a partner, Design 911, over in Brentwood. So this is their car. It's a 1981 Porsche 911 SC. Would have had a 3 litre flat 6 in it. It's a left-hand drive, so I think it's a US car. But it's also been backdated to the 1970s models, so you'll see that as we walk around the car. It has, like most of these conversions, people put large Tesla motors in them. We haven't gone with a large Tesla motor. We've actually used a OEM motor that produces around 400 horsepower. It's a 9:1 ratio, so we're seeing around about 4,000 Newton meters of drive shaft. So that's quite a significant amount of power. We're expecting it to propel it to 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, which will be quite scary, I'm sure. It's got 66 kilowatt hour battery in it, so that will do, as long as we're not doing 0 to 60s all day, it will probably do well over 200 miles, we expect. We have a 7 kilowatt charger on board, which will charge it up in about 6.5 hours, maybe 7 hours. And then we're also going to add a DC fast charge to it as well, so you'll be able to charge it in under an hour. So this is the rear battery. We've clearly got one in the front. We've got probably a 60-40 split in terms of weight. We've actually got a little bit more weight in the front. The majority of the control system, the BMS and everything, is enclosed in this battery box. We've got the controller up the front, we've got the charger up the front. And then we've actually made a subframe that mounts not just the battery but the motor as well. They come as an integrated package that we can just lift up into the rear of the car. And that hangs on the original engine mounts at the rear here and the gearbox mount at the front. So as I say, it's a fully integrated package, up and in, and then clip all the connectors in.
So at the front is the second battery pack with 15 modules in place, and it evens up the weight distribution quite significantly with a 50-50 weight distribution. With the original engine version being quite tail heavy, this model should be quite exciting to drive, and we hope to bring you that in future episodes.
So this is the motor. As I said before, it's around 400 horsepower and about 400 Newton meters. You've got the motor section here, reduction box in the middle, and then the inverter on the end here. So it's one integrated unit. Output is out the differential at the front here, and then out into the drive shafts. And we've got equal length drive shafts on there, so hopefully help with any torque differential across it. And as I said before, it's all mounted on this integrated battery box and subframe. Quite a neat installation there. We've got cooling running through the motor and the inverter, and that also runs down to the front, to the radiator, and through the charger up the front there. So quite a nice, neat, tidy package, and plenty enough power to push this thing along. So as you can see, the interior needs a bit of work to finish it off, but one of the things that's nice about the car is, again, trying to keep it as original as possible. So we've actually kept the original gear shifter, so we can give it forward, neutral, reverse. So little secret about how we did that. We've actually just, if I can open it up, in there, we've made up a couple of magnetic switches and just used the original mechanism. So we can select forward, put the interlock so you can't go straight back into reverse, and then into reverse. So quite a neat little solution to how to get going forwards and backwards. This is the third E-Type that we're working on at the moment. I think you've seen the other two, one that we scanned and the one that's being done by a partner company with us. But this one's a little bit unique. It's come to us through Down at the Barns. The customer saw what we were doing on there, liked it, and then approached us to electrify his E-Type. So many thanks to him for the trust that he's put in us. Let's say it's a 62, so it should have a 3.8 engine, but it hasn't. It's got a 4.2 engine, so it's obviously had that updated slightly later on. But I'm told it's still got the 3.8 head on it. So it's quite a little bit of a mismatch in there. So electrification, I think it's probably ripe for that, should we say. So the customer wants us to obviously go and put the electrification there, but he wants it to remain completely standard in here, so it looks like nothing has been done to the car. So we're going to hide away all of the electronics that we have in here. We're going to put a screen in but have it pop out so that whilst he can see all of the things that are going on with the electrical system, it's not intrusive in the car. We're going to keep the shifter in here, and it's going to look, hopefully, as original as it is now. So here's the engine. As I said, it's got 4.2 block with a 3.8 head on there. It's got the original SU carburetors. Actually, pretty original underneath here. So obviously, it's a US car, so left-hand drive, which is different from the other two that we're doing. So obviously, we need to have a quick think about making sure that everything fits with left-hand drive. Radiator's a little bit different. We've got the modern cooling fan things on there. I understand the customers had a few problems with cooling on the car, so obviously won't be a problem in the future.
If you have a classic car that you would like to convert, please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you and maybe feature your car in a future episode. Please subscribe to our channel in the link below, and we'll see you next time, down at the Barns.